right, and this is John Rush, Drive Radio, and we're back. Another portion of K&N manufacturing, R&D, all the different things they do. Tell us about where we're at now.
Well, where we're going to go through right here is called Roto molding. It's a very old technology, but if your listeners are familiar with a product that we have, it's a 57 series, which 57s and 63s, which is our cold air intake systems that have the black roto molded tube. Well, they may not know it's roto molded, but that's what it is. It's a black plastic tube that looks very OE. This is a process that we used to purchase out, but we brought that capability inside. So what we're going to do is we'll walk through the roto molding area, kind of show you how the tubes are made and prepped and everything. Then out of there we'll go continue down this aisle where we do our own powder coating, vacuum metallizing, tube bending, and we'll continue on down the line from here. This, at one point in time, this is known as Building A. This was the majority of K&N, not all that many years ago, maybe 12, 13 years ago. This was the bulk of K&N. Okay?
Do it.
Here, this is a mold. Okay, it's like an empty cavity inside. It's not like injection molding where you have an inside and a determined wall thickness. This is open inside, just like an open tube. You pour the powdered plastic in here, which we use a cross-link material. You pour that in here, a certain amount that we've determined as you know over the years of making the parts. Put that in here, then you take this mold and you put it on that type of fixture. Now this fixture is going to, it's already gone through this chamber here, right, which is the heating oven. This part's going in there to be cooled out and take it over and take the part out. When you put the plastic in it, it's on that same unit, not only will it rotate the also in a circular fashion this way. It goes inside the oven, that powdered plastic will liquefy in the heat, and it just spills around inside. So you wind up with a tube that's very controlled, very nice looking on the outside, and the inside is just nice and smooth. We also want to have air flow. We want the air to travel through a nice tube inside. And that's what this process does. The nice benefit of this is moving, and you can see on here, there's several different part numbers being run on here at the same time. You see the different configurations all over the place. That's the real cool benefit of this. It's cool for one of these tubes might run you $40,000, $50,000. This we can make a tube very, very cost effective. There's one over here that's just a duplicate of it.
So these are basically plastic tubes for your cold air intakes, just so everybody understands that.
Like here's a tube that's just come out of the mold. So it'll get cut off here and cut off here. Then what they do is they trim the outside to make it look real nice, and then they clean this material off of it so that it's nice and glossy black. Looks really cool. You can see the logo turns out real nice. All the information on it, the part number, the clock that tells us what shift it's made on, the mold numbers, all the pertinent information's on here, and it looks really good. This is just right out of the mold, so it needs to be cleaned up a little bit.
Very cool.
You can see all the different sizes. See, some of the tubes, you can actually put insert molding in it. So we have these little pieces in it. The molds work out really well for that. They do a great job.
Got it. And they're taking some of them out right there. they're not hanging on to them very long at all.
When you go through that cool off, you can imagine the fans that they're
Yeah, yeah.
It's still a very hot part.
All right, very cool. Here they're trimming the ends off.
See, here's where they trim the ends of it off. And here you can see inside of it that's nice and smooth. It's not a texture finish right here. It's a nice and smooth finish on the inside.
A lot of handwork to go into one of these. Very nice.
And here's where the tubes all get hand detailed. They trim everything out of them.
Are they still pretty flexible, or
No,
pretty soft at that point? Or are they very hard now? Okay.
See where he used the torch which burns the pebble finish has the little teeny sharp edges on it. By using the torch though, will permanently reflow just that little bit on the surface to get a nice smooth finish.
That's how the tubes to your cold air intake, the plastic cold air intake tubes, are made. John Rush, Drive Radio. We're going to go to the next building.